For 2012, we had a lot of changes. Dorna changed the capacity of engines, so we have 1000 cc again. And for us was a big challenge tire-wise, and we started from middle of last year to focus on our development. We had a lot of things to do. Some riders wanted to have some adjustment on the bikes, and we had to learn the new bike, the characteristic of the new bikes. And for us was the main target obviously to improve the performance of the rear and front tire. So it means at the end of the last year, after the Valencia Grand Prix, when we had the first test with the new bikes, we introduced the new 2012 specification. That means we had a big step, especially for me, on the rear tire, because we really tried to help the rider to have a much better improved warming up performance for the tires. We give up a little bit on our usual target to have a really consistent tire. Because you know, tire-wise, when you develop a tire, you have a good durability for the race, but then you lose on some other end, and that means in the warming up performance, for example. So we improved the construction of the tire and we improved the compound. Every rider was basically very happy with the new rear tire we introduced. The front tire we also modified for the front compound, but we could find out with the new 1000 cc capacity of the engines that the demand on the tire is a big different to the 800, because with these bikes you have a different riding style, and the power delivery is different and the torque of the engine is much different. So that means that you have to adjust the tires very well to the bikes. And from this point of view, then we went back to the drawing board during the winter, and in the springtime when we did the first testing, we introduced a new specification front tire as well, because we could find out that we have to adjust the front tire a little bit more than we expected, because the balance of the bike is very important from our point of view, and that the rider can have a safety feeling from the front tire and from the rear tire. And this leads to the final decision now that from this year also we introduce a new construction of the front tire to improve this point and to have the 1000 cc bike in balance. Due to the efforts from Dorna and Mr. Espeleta, we could increase the number of bikes on the grid, which helped for everybody, all the spectators on the TV. I think it's a very good thing. So we had to decide as well to change the number of trucks. So we have now one big truck more, which you can see in the background. We have to increase our working area. We have to extend, because all these riders, 21 riders now, they need to be handled. And that means we need the space. And also especially for the CRT bikes, we had to hire a new service engineer who is working directly, closely with those private teams. They have not so much experience about our tires, so they need good advice. On the other side, also for the service, we needed one tire fitter more to handle all the tires we have. And so we are looking forward for another good season. And we hope that the CRT bikes are able to improve their bikes on a really high, reasonable MotoGP level to improve the show for everybody here in the MotoGP.